Hi everyone, so it is 10 days after the sowing of these biennials, and so I just wanted to show you what I am doing now. So you can see totally oversown, right? So we've got loads and loads of them coming up. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a bit of an experiment actually. So some people say to prick out your seeds while they are really tiny, right? So they've just got these first set of leaves, they've hardly got any roots. So when we transplant them, they've got tiny roots, so we can't do much damage to them. They kind of look like, this is my pile of discarded, I'll tell you why in a moment. Tiny little roots like that. Okay, so if we do transplant them like that, they haven't got loads of branching bits off the side, so they're very small and little. So once they're in and that's it. They're going to stay here until they fill up these pots. And some people say to wait until the first set of true leaves arrives. So I'm doing an experiment. I'm going to, I've taken some out while they are really tiny. So this is 10 days in, and I have pricked them out and put them into their own little pots. So you can see, this is where they're going to stay now until they go out in the garden. I've put a link to these in the gardening kit, by the way, in the blog post. And I'm going to put these on one side of my little greenhouse, and then on the other side what I'm going to do is I've thinned these out, which is what this pile is here, because there was just thousands and thousands of them, and I wanted them to have at least a little bit of air to room and room to breathe. So although it broke my heart, I just literally pulled them out so there's a little bit of gap between them. And I leave these in the greenhouse to grow a little bit more, and then when they've got their first set of true leaves, I'm going to prick out another bunch of them so that they can so I can compare how they grow and see which I prefer in terms of when to prick out. I'm too impatient, so I like pricking them out while they're little and moving them on to the next stage. But yeah, I wanted to see what would happen. Also, this is quite a good way of doing it for me, because if any of these guys don't make it, I've got reserves. So yeah, you can see I'm having a big prick out of some of these seedlings today. But some of them are really tiny, so my Sweet Williams, for example, are much smaller. My yeah, some of the other ones are much smaller, so I'm just leaving them for now. So yeah, I just wanted to show you 10 days in, pricking out. I'll put a link to the pricking out video as well, so you can see how I do that. In case you're growing along at the same time as me, we want to make a note in your diary for 10 days after you have sown yours. Now, just the other thing I want to say is yours might not grow quite as quickly as this. I've been surprised how fast these have grown, but when I sowed them it was really hot, and then it quickly went very cool, and I don't know, maybe that's perfect growing conditions. So depending on the temperature, depending on the humidity, depending on lots of different things, how fast yours are going to grow will vary. But just to let you know what I'm doing roughly when I'm doing it.